Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're actually going to talk about the video that I wanted to make yesterday, but I got sidetracked and I went a completely different route with it. So the question that we have tonight is, if you're in a relationship and let's say you're the girl, right? You got a boyfriend. If you're in a relationship and you decide you're punishing this guy for something, right? We all know how women punish guys, right? What's the first thing that gets taken away from them? Sex. It's gone, son. Out. You're done. Okay? Now you've taken sex away from your man. He's going through withdrawals. He's just like a crack addict at this point. He's just having problems, right? You've taken the sex away from him. He's losing his mind. The man doesn't, which first of all, I want to try to make this video short, but this is actually something I could talk about forever. First of all, to use sex in a relationship as like a bargaining thing or a punishment, that's a horrible, terrible, awful way of going about handling your relationship. It's just a poor judgment decision. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you what it does to a man. First of all, I'm a man. Oh, I'm a man, alright. I'm going to explain to you what it does to men. Okay? Personally, I've never had it happen to me as a form of a punishment, but I've had it happen to me. Okay? If you get my meaning. So, once it happens, it's just like your body is used to eating food. Food feels so good to you, right? You get so hungry. Okay, just stop eating today for the rest of the week. Just quit eating. You tell me how your stomach feels all of a sudden. Tell me how your body feels. Tell me how your mental state of mind is. Okay? That's the exact same thing for a man when he has been getting laid, he's been having sex, and all of a sudden that's gone out the window. Our bodies go through some crazy withdrawals. Okay, and that's I think even worse than physical hunger for us. It's a mental battle too. It's a struggle. It's torture. Okay, obviously women know that, and that's why they use it. Here is a problem now. The question is, I may have gotten a little bit off track there, but the initial question was, in a relationship, if your woman takes away sex from you as a form of punishment, and you go and you need to handle your business, right? You need to finish what she started and never finished. Okay, you're going through those hunger pains at this point. And if you go and let's say you don't have, I don't know if women can understand this or not, but men can understand, sometimes it's a little difficult to just sit there just like a zombie and just handle it, right? It can be a little tough, you know, maybe your imagination isn't the greatest, okay? So a lot of guys will, of course, go onto the computer and they'll look at things that they're not supposed to be looking at. Okay? We all know that what's on the computer, that stuff's no good for us, right? We know it's bad for our minds, we know it's bad for our bodies, we know it's bad for our imagination. Okay? But let's say this guy doesn't give a damn about any of that. He just needs to eat. He needs to eat food. He's got those hunger pains, so he's going to go and do some mental eating, and he's going to get rid of those hunger pains, right? I'm using metaphors here. Keep up. You catch him. The woman catches him. And why we're talking about this is because a friend of mine, his friend, kind of went through it. Okay, so his girlfriend was not doing anything to help him out in that area of his life. So he went and took care of business himself in a situation where, in all honesty, it's better than the alternative, what he could have done, right? We all know what he could do, what men could do in that situation. You're going to go out and you're going to find something very similar to what you've got at home that will help you eat, fill your stomach, get rid of the cravings, the hunger pains, right? So this guy, my buddy's friend, he went and instead of doing all that, he went and jumped on the computer, took care of his business. He got busted doing it. Okay? He got busted by the woman that was withholding from him. She got pissed. Now this is the question. Why? Why are you mad? Huh? What did you say? Oh, you didn't want him to get any. You took it away from him. Now you're pissed because he did it himself. No, that's absolutely not true. They're pissed. She was pissed because he went on the computer and he was looking at stuff on the computer. Now I know stuff on the computer's wrong, right? I get it. I understand it. It's the way I was raised, alright? But explain this to me. If you don't want the person to do something like that, then why do you starve them from something you've been feeding them for years? Okay? It's no different than taking food away from the human body. That's exactly what we experience when we lose that part of our lives. It's a hunger pain and it is unbearable. And 99.999% of human beings on the planet, men, even women, can probably agree with some of this. 99% of human beings on this planet, when they have that part of their lives taken away from them after it's been a part of their life for a long period of time, or hell, even a short period of time in a lot of situations, you get those hunger pains and something has to be done about it. Okay? So don't get pissed off at the person, because if we took food away from you, so I'm right now, yeah, I'm sticking up for the dude in this situation. I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm going to stand on the guy's side here. So, and I'm going to turn the tables around and I'm going to ask you the question. As the woman, I'm going to say, as the woman now, if I was to say, you stop eating for the rest of this week, you're done. You're cut off. Okay? All you get is water. And that would be water, or hey, even a better situation. Instead of you just getting water, we're going to do this. Okay? You can't eat all week. But we're going to take you out to your favorite restaurants. We're going to sit you down in front of the table. We're going to order your favorite food. We're going to lay it out on the table in front of you. And you are expected to just man up and deal with it. You smell that food every single night. Every day for breakfast, you smell your favorite breakfast. Okay? You do all that. That's what we want you women to do. Okay? Go sit at that restaurant and smell that food, and then you get up, you go home, and you go to bed. You tell me how difficult it is for you at the end of the day to lay down on the pillow with your mind and your stomach in pain, everything going at 90 miles an hour. All you want to do is just, please, can I get a bite of food? It's all around me. Now, that's the equivalent. Why I say go out and sit at a restaurant and let the food sit there in front of you, that's the equivalent of us. You're withholding that part of our lives from us. You're taking it away. And you're coming home every day. You're wearing whatever you're wearing. Everybody knows what turns guys on and gets them fired up. You're doing all this stuff. You probably go hell and lay down in the bed right next to him. That is a mental killer for us, if nothing can be done about it. So, to hell with it. He went and did something about it. And I can attest to you right now, right here, I'd have probably done the damn same thing. Screw that. Okay? So, the question was, why is she getting pissed off that he went and did it? It's because she wants to be in control of that part of his life. Well, guess what? You are in control of that part of his life. It's just not a part of his life that you should be lording over a guy like that. That's not the way to go about being in a relationship. That is a horrible and brutal, and what's the other word? There's another word. It's just a diabolical way of going through your relationship. No guy wants to deal with that. You shouldn't have to deal with having a plate of food sat in front of you every day that you love, and you're so starving because you haven't eaten in a week. You shouldn't have to go through that. We don't put you guys through that, do we? So don't put the guy through that. It's the equivalent. It's the absolute equal, I'm telling you, of starving yourself for long periods of time. And you tell me, if you can resist the food, you're left alone in a room by yourself all of a sudden, that plate of food is sitting in front of you on the table. That's the guy being left alone at home. The computer is sitting in the corner in front of him. What are you going to do? Nobody's around. You're getting rid of that hunger pain because it's not worth the bullcrap that you're going through. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. I'm a guy. But hey, I'm going to tell you this much. If there are any men that will watch this and disagree with me, okay? And you don't even have to agree with, I guess, the part about being on the computer, but just agree with the part where something needs to be done about it, okay? And a lot of men don't have the mental strength to avoid getting on the computer to do something about it. So that's why most of them go on there and do that. The mental strength is not there. You don't have the mental strength as a woman to avoid eating for a full week and sitting down at the dinner table every night, getting up in the morning and eating, smelling a bowl of whatever you like to eat for breakfast. Just you don't have the mental capacity to do it either. You're lying if you say you do. Okay? It's a cruel way to treat a man. We don't deserve it. Find another way. Take his credit card. I don't give a damn. Find another way. Okay? Don't take his credit card. I take that back. That's a horrible way to do it too. Just, you're in a relationship. Talk about the stuff. Okay? Don't subtract his food from him and expect a man not to eat. Okay? Men need to eat, both physically and mentally and down there. Okay? We need to eat. So, you know, I don't agree with pornography is a bad thing. Okay? It is. I don't agree with that aspect of it. As far as the man handling his business, if you are not willing to help him out and you're punishing him for something, mentally, that's going to drive a guy crazy. I 100% agree with him for going and handling his business. Okay? That was the question. Why'd she get pissed about it? Don't care anymore. Okay? I solved this problem just now. Everybody deal with it. Now that I solved this issue, I'm going to bed. Well, actually, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to take care of some of my other stuff, and then it's lights out because some of us have to work tomorrow. And I'm not getting laid tonight, by the way. Go figure. It's a brutal world we live in, isn't it? Good night, everybody. I'll probably do another one of these maybe tomorrow. We'll see if I have something I want to talk about. Deuces.